Hey guys, we're going to talk about the benchmark workout Elizabeth and specifically how you can build up your body weight dipping strength to actually get on the rings and perform a strict ring dip. So different ways we're going to build up. So Elizabeth, we have taken an object from the ground, getting under it, getting into her shoulders. Hopefully we're going to be doing a squatting motion all the way down, standing up with it. Then we move on to our upright vertical, pressing our body away from an object, hopefully working up to the strict ring dip. So I'm going to talk about how we're going to do that. Starting off, we're start off on the parallel. So we're going to do some parallel dips. I'm not a big fan of reduced range of motion movements, but the parallel dips, given the fact that most of us have really bad kind of internal rotation, we're lean forward, we've been doing a lot of desk work for years and decades, we have really inadequate prepared shoulders, especially in the extension range, getting your hands back behind your body. So we're going to slowly dose you up there with some reduced range of motion parallel dips. Hopefully let the connective tissues of the shoulder and elbow basically build up and get to the point where we can go a little bit harder. So we're going to start with a reduced range of motion parallel dip. We are going to increase that range of motion over time to the point where we get to a parallel dip where we are actually touching our butt to the floor. Once we can establish that, then we can change the lever length a little bit. We can do a piked parallel dip. I'm just shortening the P dip right there. And then once we can master that, then this is where the really tough stuff happens, where we need to actually support our own body weight on the parallettes. So you have a piked parallel dip plus a 1 second tuck sit. That tuck sit for most is pretty darn challenging. It may be actually more challenging on your core than the actual supporting of the shoulder girdle. Wherever you're at, we need to master that before we actually start getting you up on the rings in the form of a ring dip. And we know that I love, strict ring dips. So when we go from the piked parallel dip, we want to have really mastered the ability to support ourselves on the parallettes in that tuck position. Hopefully it translates over into the rings. It may or may not. We're going to play around there, but we definitely know, and I haven't even talked about the integrated mobility piece and some of the range of motion pieces that are necessary to even think about getting up on the rings. But from a strength standpoint, from a gymnastic strength training standpoint, how we're going to progress up to getting onto the rings is all the way up the ring. So in summary, we're going to start off and get a little bit of exposure. Most of us as adults, as desk jockeys, as we probably have not, unless you've been doing, our folks that come from the yoga training practice are actually pretty good with the shoulder extension. Everybody else is severely limited. We need to build up, give the connective tissues time to adapt. We're going to start off lower range of shortened range of motion on the parallettes. Then eventually we get the parallel dips down. We start to support ourselves on the parallettes. Then we get a little bit introduced to the ring dips and beyond. Hopefully this helps. Happy training and good luck on your path to the strict ring dip. Thanks.